This is a celebrity reading for Chris Brown, the American hip-hop pop recording artist. I actually quite like a lot of Chris Brown's music and have sort of followed him a little bit over the years. And we see right now in time he's going through a particularly trying set of energies that are surrounding him. Today is the 19th of May. And I believe he is currently serving a prison term in a jail in America, which I believe the total amount of time is to be for 131 days. That's a concurrent serving of days that he has already spent some time in jail, and the judge has reduced the overall period to one length now of 131 days. So I thought, well, let's have a look at Chris Brown and see what the energies are that surround him. And I used the tarot deck. I've never had quite so many reversed cards pulled out in one reading. So reversed cards tend to indicate that you are going through a difficult period. There are blockages all around you. Things just aren't working right, and in every one of these cards practically they're reversed for Chris. So we already know, because we're well aware of the situation that's occurred, that he has ended up in jail for various felony accounts and physical abuse accounts. So we understand he's going through a tough time. This 10 of Swords there that is present tends to show painful endings which really have to occur for growth and regeneration, and this is what I think the jail sentence is going to help him go through. It's going to be a period of reawakening for him so that he can reevaluate in his life the passage that he was on and really where he should be making moves to be heading in the future. So this card, it actually also suggests there are a few mental health issues around him, which also is not surprising given probably the amount of drugs and alcohol and different situations and friendships that he was involved in that were not serving his highest purpose. So we get a really lot of negative energy surrounding him, and this feeling of just loss and painful hurt and things coming to a gruesome, sudden ending, exactly what has happened. But this is also a card about moving forward, and the mental transformation period is starting. It's almost like you've got to now take this reversal to move forward. The next card, reversed again, is the Devil card. Now the Devil card, we know, if you know anything about tarot, it often insinuates bondage type relationships that are really out of balance. So when you get also drug related disorders or alcohol abuse, abusive relationships, disharmony within them, obsessive relationships, so this has been around him as well. But we see that the Devil card has actually been reversed, and this is also literally about being trapped and chained. And hello, he's in jail. So it's so graphically obvious that you couldn't particularly have trouble doing this reading. It is also during this time of entrapment, once again, he's going to evaluate the issues around in his life, that he's going to think, well, really, how have I got here? He's doing so many things wrong that I think he certainly does start thinking about it, and I think we're going to see a change in him when he comes out. Look, it's not going to be overnight, but I think he's got the presence now to start making some changes. He's going to be purging some of these obsessions and drug issues out while he's in jail. You have to, because you can't have it literally like you were having anymore. So this is a really close time for him where he needs to balance and think about the balance and moving forward, because if he doesn't make the changes now, it's going to get far worse for him, and it's not going to be pretty. The next card that arrived was the reversed Star card. This is again, it's talking about just blockages, everything upside down, falling to pieces. It's a spiritual mission card like this. He's questioning his whole spirituality, and his connection to that source has been interrupted completely, and we can see this. He's also finding life boring and stuck, and it's a chore, so there's no excitement. And again, we know that he's in jail. So these cards are so precisely the energies that are surrounding him. It's quite interesting. It's basically a test of faith type time for him, and we've had this in 3 cards have suggested this. If he doesn't make the change now, it's going to get worse, and I'm not joking. So the next one, the Queen of Wands reversed. If there's a woman, a female relationship that he had around him, this could have been a bit of a controlling or negative or selfish relationship, and this person is resentful and angry now, so that if that was a relationship around him, that person's not particularly very happy. And also this card can suggest a fall from grace, and again he's had the fall from grace. So the card's either a little bit about a personal relationship he has with some woman, or again it's about him doing exactly that, falling from grace. The next card was the Ten of Pentacles reversed. You know, this is all about finances. This is financial setback. Again, that's pretty obvious. He can't be earning much money while he's in jail. It feels like he needs to engage someone who will be honest, primarily, and reliable in helping him invest his funds so that they're not being taken from him. And I get the feeling that that's a lot of this card as well. It's about trying to keep the funds that he has got under some sort of control and put them in the right areas where he can invest them so that they are going to be profitable or useful to him in the future. So just for now, that seems to be the energies around Chris. I don't see that changing anytime soon. I think he's probably going to serve a relatively long period of his jail term, if not all of it. There are some mental health issues there that probably he needs to get good counselling and support from, including the anxiety and depression, as well as there might be a few other mental health issues around him, which can of course be helped with a little bit of treatment. I then decided, what's a final energy for Chris as he moves forward? So what is the next step for him in moving forward? Was it positive or negative? So let's see the card that arrived for that. And it's the upright, finally, Ten of Pentacles. This is a good card. It's a positive card. And he's also had quite a few 10s in his reading. Now when you get a lot of the number 10s, they are the cards of finality. So it shows us that you have reached a stage in your life where you do move on to a new beginning. And I feel this is going to come for him. There is going to be new growth for him. This card in particular talks about the coming together again of family. So I think he may get some family support around him again, that he starts to accept and come back into the fold. And that's the happy finances card. So I think somewhere along the line his finances are looked after a little bit as well. There's a good, eventually for Chris, he's either going to get a bolt of lightning that wakes him up and puts him on the straight and narrow. He's going to get some good relationship support, either through family members or long-term friends, or some good counselling support services that are going to help him move forward in a positive way. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading for Chris Brown on the 19th of May. Kia kaha. Much aroha. Be safe, everyone.